What is good, YouTube? What is good, Facebook? Welcome in to once again another show on this beautiful Wednesday night, LastWord Productions. As y'all know, I'm your host, Tavares Wilson, and I always get the last word. So, we got a lot to talk about, man. A lot has transpired since the last time we spoke. As we all know, our last episode was on the NFL draft. We gave our live reactions. Much love to those who tuned in and checked it out with us for the whole 2 hours we did it. Much love. Big shout out to y'all. And if those who tuned in tonight for the first time, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, man, on YouTube. Hit that bell notification, whenever we go live, be notified. So, without further ado, gotta always introduce my boys. Breeze, how you feeling tonight, bro?
What's the word, man? I'm chilling, bro. How you feeling, man?
Good, man, good. So, before we get into the NFL draft recaps, I want to talk some basketball. As we all know, basketball playoffs is here. We got two teams that are moving on to the next round already. Both are out west, and that's the San Antonio Spurs, and that's also the OKC Thunder. The OKC Thunder won their series in the sweep against the Suns, and the Spurs were a gentleman's sweep. So, Breeze, what are your thoughts on those two teams advancing, and what are your overall thoughts on this series?
Um, it was no surprise. I knew the Thunder would beat the Suns. The Suns can maybe get one game, but when I saw when I saw what's his name? Mark Williams was out with an injury, that's their starting forward, starting center, Grayson Allen injured. Like it was just already an uphill battle and the injuries just made it worse. I already know what time it was. With San Antonio, I did think maybe Portland could steal another game with Wemby being hurt. It did look like that because they did have two double-digit leads at halftime, and I think it was game 3 and 4, but they end up blowing the leads and getting smoked by double digits. So, I mean, nothing too crazy to expect. I do think next series will be a lot more interesting for San Antonio because they're going up. I won't say that the Nuggets and Wolves series is over, but without Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo, I'm pretty sure that the Nuggets can walk away with that series in 7. So they're going up against Nikola Jokic. I do expect a really good series in that. This is going to be a test for not only Jokic because the shit that you allowed to fly in the first series isn't going to fly against San Antonio. I do think as a cohesive unit, the Spurs are better than the Timberwolves. Just as a cohesive unit, they look like they have a good team thing going on. Wemby is obviously the star, but in San Antonio, it's always been a team ball type of thing. And even though Greg Popovich isn't coaching anymore, you can still see his philosophy is still there. Ball movement, get everyone involved, not too much star power. We try to get everything flowing through every player. So I like what they have going on over there. Um, Oklahoma City, I expect them to beat either the Lakers or the Rockets, whoever advanced. So I'm interested in the Spurs and the Nuggets series that's coming up, man. I'm very, very interested though.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't think you know.
Yeah, give me 1 second, bro. Give me 1 second.
All right. All right. So while he getting his thoughts together, for me, man, I wasn't shocked by the means of the outcome either. I mean, I did also think the Suns could make it a little more competitive, and they kind of did the last two games. They were more interesting, they were more competitive in terms of just the overall difference from games 1 and 2 to 3 to 4. So that was good to see, at least from that standpoint. But this was a Suns team that a lot of people didn't have no expectations for, so I don't get why people are having these takes about Devin Booker and all of these other people. Like, we really expected them to even make the playoffs this season. But, gang, a lot of people didn't expect them to even get this far. So, if you ask me, in my personal opinion, I think the Suns kind of overachieved. But, nonetheless, they did get sent home before games. You never want to see that. You at least want to take one game for pride. You want to take the games to show that you actually belong here. They didn't. And in terms of the Portland Trailblazers, excuse me, and the Spurs series, not surprised by the outcome. Danny Avdija, to me, in my personal opinion, played well throughout the series, but it was clear that his game was going to be rattled and pretty much derailed by the presence of Victor Wembanyama. And even with the perimeter guys, they got like When you talking about Vazel, Steven Castle, Keldon Johnson coming off the bench. I mean, Dylan Harper was played well, in my personal opinion, throughout the series. I think De'Aaron Fox finally getting his first series win in his career is big for him. He's a guy who always was big on coming out of college. But a lot of these dudes, my personal opinion, the Spurs are they are a team I think that plays well and cohesive with one another. But I think for my money, man, I thought the Blazers would have got swept too. So I can't be too upset with the Blazers either. Them going out and competing in these games. It was cool. You know, you would like to see them close out one of those games that was up. I think one game that was up 20, then they lost 20. I think that was game 3.
Yeah, 3 and 4. They both had double-digit leads.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the game 3 specifically where it was up 20. And that's a game you got to close. But again, inexperience, bro. But appreciate you, Carlos, as always, man. That man's still over here talking about you, Breeze. That's great.
Like, can you block dude, bro?
Bro, bro, he hasn't said nothing off the wall, bro. That's what he was having blocked.
What did he say, bro?
He just said, "Hey fellas, looking good as always, Breeze." That's what he said. That's what he said, bro. You can't see the comments,
No,
bro. No.
Hey,
and we got other people in the chat saying, "Hey, so what's up, Andrew, Boston?
hey yo,
What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, Mary, appreciate you. Hey, Carlos, man. Yeah, brother. Just yeah,
Bro,
that ain't it, brother. That ain't it, man.
hey yo,
That ain't it, dog.
hey yo."
but yeah, man. So all in all, no surprise from the outcomes of the series. But what you got, Will? What's your thoughts on the series, man?
So far, I think all of them have pretty much went how I expected. You know, like winner losers. Some of them a little different. You know, like based on how many wins and stuff like that. But I think it was all pretty much how everyone expected the wins and losses to be in the series so far. I'm kind of interested in the Timberwolves series. I want to see what goes on with that because the Nuggets better not lose. But other than that, yeah, I think it's kind of plain and simple how everyone thought.
Okay. And the Nuggets better not. Why you say the Nuggets better not lose? Why you say that?
Because I mean, Ant's not playing the rest of the games, I assume, and then we already know whatever the hell that name is, DiVincenzo or whatever his name is. We already know he's not playing. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name, bro. No matter how many times I hear it.
Yeah, they both out.
Yeah, so like at this point, like they better not lose, bro. You know what I mean? Like that'd be ridiculous. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Okay. But let's get off into the rest of these series. So we do have some games tonight. So I want to start with this one. Do y'all think the Lakers ended the night against the Houston Rockets?
Yeah, bro. I'm actually surprised the Rockets won a game at all, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like the fact that they won a game at all is more surprising than the fact the Lakers are gonna win the series.
Okay. What about you, Breeze?
I'm not gonna lie. I play it smart, and I try to stretch this series all the way to 7 games, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you because it's no fucking point if we close it tonight, and the next team we face is Oklahoma City, and we don't have Luka, and we have
He can't come back tonight, don't he?
yeah, Austin Reeves coming back, but how much time? Like you really want to get him into a rhythm, bro? Like mind you, you're going against the best team in the Western Conference, bro. Like Austin Reeves at 45, maybe 50% isn't gonna help the cause against Oklahoma City, bro. So I would try to stretch it out at least maybe 6 games. Pause. Like I would, like just maybe tank a game, bro, or something like strategic. Like you got to play chess, bro. Like you really got to play chess, man. You want Austin Reeves to try to get some reps in because he's been out for like what, maybe a month and a half now with that oblique injury.
Yeah, about a good month.
So, bro, come on, man. You want to try to get him some reps in. Everyone else is looking good, but it's not gonna look good against Oklahoma City, bro. It's not. So if you want a fighting chance, dog out this series, Let LeBron go out there, fuck around, not exert too much energy. See if maybe you can get Luka back for game 1 against the Thunder, and then maybe you lose in 5. But the ass whooping might be so bad without Luka and AR, like they might cancel the series short, bro. So I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not trying to win this game. I'm not trying to win this series in 5 games if I'm the Lakers, bro.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I personally think that's what happened game 4, if I'm being honest. I mean, the Lakers just didn't seem like the same team. I don't know if it was because LeBron was just fatigued and because he was awful. I don't
He
know.
was tired, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he was just. We could blame him for age, fatigue, whatever. I just know he was bad, and the team itself around him, it showed because he wasn't consistently helping create looks and shots for other guys. So now guys struggled. So yeah, I see what you're saying, bro, but it's just hard to believe a team is the Rockets gonna come into this game tonight and win this game. I just don't see it. Lakers, they
I ain't gonna lie.
they
Them
are.
boys is buns, bro. Like no freaky. Like they're trash, bro. So like if the Lakers lose, like everybody know that they're purposely losing at this point.
But then you got AR back. I know he hasn't played in a month and a half, some change, whatever the case may be. But AR coming off injury early in the season was still a pretty damn good player, and it took him about a week to really get back into the mode. So if you want a chance to take those couple days off, and you think he could come back and be that 20 to 20 point per game player for you, cool. I think he could do that. But even with Luka healthy, I mean, I don't like their chances against the Thunder, bro. Like I think the Thunder come out the West again. So I don't think you play the waiting game because you don't want to drag this series on any longer than it has to. Like if you can win the games, you win the games. But I do want to say this before you move off into the next topic, bro. And this is something I've been saying for the last 2-3 years, though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think it's time we start having real conversations about Kevin Durant. And I know I argued in the chat in favor of KD for missing these games, but I gotta keep it gangster, bro. I gotta keep it tall, dog. Like at some point, bro, we gotta say he is the closest thing to a superstar we've ever seen. That's not a superstar, because it's at a point now, in my opinion, it's just inexcusable now, bro. We've seen him go to these teams, whether it
No,
was.
he a superstar. No, he definitely a superstar.
I think
He like Tracy McGrady, bro.
I think he's a superstar talent, but to me, superstardom comes from players who can go to these teams and make them better, and they actually contend and compete. And when you look at the grand scheme of things of these teams, bro, he makes these teams worse. The Suns were in the Western Conference. No, like I'm just keeping it real. Like the Suns was in the Western Conference Finals. The finals, the 2 out of 3 years before he got there, they get there, they lose first round of playoffs, they don't make the playoffs. We go to the Nets. You can talk about the injuries. That's cool. The Thunder, 3-1 lead blown series. The Thunder get worse because the Thunder roster just got damn depleted. They literally backtracked. Russ became what he became with the triple doubles and shit. They lost Serge Ibaka via trade. James Harden was already gone. You had guys like Tubber Cephalosha out the league when he was supposed to be one of these perimeter guys. We was trash. But
you're in line, bro.
And then you turn around, you look at what's happened with what's happening with the Rockets now. Again, this was a team that was meant to be in contention. And they're nowhere near that. And I'm not saying that's his fault per se, but he's definitely a contributor to that because this was a team that was the second seed last season, and now they went out and get you to make that difference in them becoming something better, and they've gotten worse. And we can say for whatever we want to say the reasons for, whether it's the point guard play not good enough. I know Van Vliet was out the whole year. I understand, but if he's the superstar player that we've always claimed him to be. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, but at some point you got to make up the ground, bro. You have to. And I just believe that's what superstars do. That's what, in my opinion, that's what Steph Curry has done for the Warriors these last couple of years. Because if we're being real, the Warriors shouldn't have been competing at all. Like
they shouldn't have won that last ring.
They don't have a good roster, bro. And then when you turn around, you turn to guys like even LeBron James right now, 41 years old, bro. No one gave him a great chance in hell to win the series. They're up 3-1. Then you turn around, you look at what Victor Wembanyama is already. The niggas could potentially make it to the finals, and he's what is this, year 2, 3?
Yeah, year 2.
So it's like, bro, it's that impact. I don't see him having the same impact on these cultural franchises and making them that much greater in terms of who they are as contenders or contending for titles. And for my money, bro, like I think, like I said, I think he's a superstar talent for sure. But the superstardom in terms of what he's actually giving you, I don't know, bro. Like it's tough for me to say, dog. Like I know y'all gonna disagree, and it's
Hell
cool.
no, you talking to KD's biggest hater right here. What the hell you talking about?
Y'all disagree, but
I hate that nigga, bro. What the fuck?
but so that's just my thoughts on it, bro. What y'all got, man?
Bro, T, everything you're saying is what I've been saying for years, bro. I argue this in the chat all the time, bro. He is the greatest loser I've ever seen, bro. Like, this man is unreal. Score. Could drop a bucket literally anywhere, anytime. And then he get to the playoffs and he gonna lose, bro. Like, one thing about KD is he's gonna lose. And everybody's like, everybody talking about KD this, KD that when he went to the Warriors. No, like I said, he rode Steph Curry's coattails to rings, bro. Like, and I don't care about how talented he is. This nigga always needs somebody else. If it's just him, he's not gonna take you nowhere. And you seen that with Russ, like, because KD melted down in that 3-1 loss. Now, I'm not saying Russ was amazing. Hell no. But when you're supposed to be the guy, you're gonna get the blame. And no one has ever said that it was Russ's team. They always said it was KD's team until he left, and Russ was the only guy there. But like you said, everywhere he go, they lose, bro. They get worse. They don't look the same. They don't look cohesive. And one thing I notice about KD is he's more about his efficiency than he is trying to go get that next bucket. Like, at this point, for probably like the last, 6 years, I ain't seen him take a bucket that is like an uncomfortable situation for him. Like, the only time I think in recent memory I've seen him actually go out and put up buckets was in that series versus the Bucks when he was on the Nets. Like, that's the only series I'll say, like, KD definitely took over that series. Now, he had a couple not as good games, but he was a hell of a player that series. But other than that, trash, bro. And I'm gonna keep saying it.
What you got, Breeze?
With the only thing I would say is I think when we look at superstars, we look at them for what they are, like what their skill set is and what they bring, right? I want to give you a scenario, like a hypothetical. Just something for you to think on. Let's just say, for example, Magic Johnson, he's a superstar, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If we take Magic Johnson, right, and we put him into a role that's parallel to what he's a superstar for, how much flack do you give him for not being that much of that superstar that he was in a role that he was great in? Like, just out of curiosity.
Well, it just depends, bro. Like, so I'm gonna say this. When Kareem went down, we seen Magic play at a whole different level. Well, we didn't see per se. But you can go back and watch the tape. And you could be like, oh, well, the rest of the team was still there. I don't really think it matters, bro. When you lose a guy like Kareem, and then you got to go take over that series like as a damn near a one-man wrecking crew, even though there was other good players on the court. I'm not saying there weren't. I'm going to be honest, I don't even think that you can even put those two in the same kind of, hypothetical.
I'm just giving context because it's kind of like, okay, we can all generally agree as an all-around basketball player, there's no one better than LeBron James. People can say Jordan's the GOAT because of peak scoring, whatever, right or wrong, from scoring, facilitating. Right. Okay. That works in LeBron's favor when the team is absent of, let's say, playmaking, whatever, because he can do that. He can fill in those blanks. That's why it's levels between LeBron and Kevin Durant. I think when you expect Kevin Durant to be not only your best scorer, but your best playmaker, I think that's where it comes a rift in the whole superstar assessment, if you get me. Like, I really think if you're putting Kevin Durant to be your best scorer, you want him to go get buckets, that's cool. If you want him to be your playmaker, it's not going to happen. It's not. That's why I asked about Magic Johnson. Like, do you guys think if you take Magic Johnson and say, okay, we don't need you to go get 10, 12 assists. We need you to go out there and go pull a Kobe, go pull a Jordan, go get us 45 for a season. Like, would you judge him different from what you already judge him based off because of his playmaking? You label him a superstar. Would you look at him differently? I was just asking. I just want to know your perspective.
All right, so for me personally, this is how I view it is every superstar, like any other player in the league, has their strengths and weaknesses, and they have schemes that they need to help, kind of strengthen those weaknesses, but also prepare their strengths, of course. And yeah, you're absolutely correct. KD is just a natural bucket getter, whether it's on the block, whether it's on the perimeter. That's just who he is. But the problem, and this is where I give pushback to why I said what I said a few minutes ago. The problem is I'm not asking him to be LeBron James or any of these other guys. I'm asking him to just simply be the guy that we thought we were getting. And you're not getting that from him right now. Because even when you look at the scoring splits, right, it's like what Will alluded to. He, throughout these series and throughout these games at times, he's not even looking aggressive to look for a shot, bro. Like, he's playing passive. And on top of him playing passive, it's year 18, and he still, for the life of God, cannot figure out how to beat a double team, bro. Like, this, again, I know he's not the greatest playmaker in the world, but, bro, you learn this in high school, gang. When you see the double team, you pass out of it or you attack it before it comes to you. And the thing is,
with your point on that, T, so how much of that goes to roster construction, though? Because if we're all T, it's different.
Done.
It's different in a double team T when we're spaced out. If I have 4 shooters on the court, but if we're literally in a box and I have 4 people that's not shooting, how accurate of a pass do you expect me to throw?
It doesn't matter.
But the thing is, Breeze,
you just have to make the pass.
I'm not just talking about the Rockets though. I'm talking about just period.
No. I'm just picking your mind on basketball, bro.
Oh no, I agree. It's more difficult if you don't have consistent shooting around you to beat a double team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not denying that. But I'm gonna use Kobe as an example. Not even Kobe when he became a superstar. I'm gonna use young Kobe. When Shaq when Shaq got suspended in the game when they won the finals in 6 games, I think they played who they played.
You mean when he got ejected or when he fouled out?
When he fouled out, remember he got suspended a game. And Kobe finished that game and also won the next. That was the best game he had of the finals by far. When he dropped, I think he had 38. So it's like, when you look at these games, right, you look at these players, the moments when they need to be the best, they naturally find ways to become that, even if it's not by the way that they tend to playing these games and impacting the game. Because even with Kobe back in the series against Boston, you'll notice, Breeze, he went 8 to 24 from the floor, but he had 12 rebounds.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it's like you find ways to impact the game even when you're off your per se game. Just like with Magic early, what Will mentioned. Magic had to change his whole position for that series, and he went on to win the series. So it's like, this is, to me, again, this is what superstars do. They find ways to make it work. Even if they lose, you see that it works in their favor because they're making it work. Even with, like, LeBron for the longest with the Cavs, bro. We see this nigga take a team to the finals that many thought had no chance of going, period.
Facts.
So it's like, you look at it differently, bro. Because AD comes in with expectations on the Rockets, on the Suns, the Nets, to at the very least compete. They're not doing that. And it's like, we could talk it up for whatever reason we want to say. Injuries, these are like the personnel, shooting, whatever.
Right.
The one common thing we know is him. That's what we know. We know he's been there throughout all of these, you feel me, implosions with these teams. We know he's a part of that shit. And at some point, we got to say, nah, bro, like, maybe you not the nigga we thought you was. Like, at some point.
Yeah,
like,
T. Facts.
Like, bro, that to me,
Nah,
at some point,
I agree with you, bro. I just wanted to pick y'all mind on basketball real quick.
Another point I would add is we know KD's not a defender. We know KD's not a playmaker. So if you're known for one thing, and it's needed, you should be the one going to get that. Like the ball should be in your hand. You should be going to get that bucket. Like Kobe would throw that bitch up from half court. Like it didn't even matter. If he was,
we was just bashing Kobe in the chat too.
Like, but let's be realistic though. Like even though Kobe took some of the dumbest shots, he made some of those dumbest shots just because he was aggressive enough to throw them up when they were needed. Now I'm not saying they were smart, but he did what he needed to win. So I respect it. He lived and died by the sword. KD is his only area of expertise is scoring, and he's not that aggressive at it when the pressure is on him, bro. And that's the issue with KD, bro. And then he blames everybody else for everything.
Yeah, I see it, but last still a hell of a player, man. But I just gotta call the spade, bro.
Facts.
But so we got other games going on tonight as well, man. We got the Pistons up right now, 9 points on the Magic, and we got the Cavs losing to the Raptors right now. So what's our thoughts on our Raptors series real quick before we get to football, man? Because man, if the Cavs lose this series, boy, we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start.
We ain't gonna have to start shit, bro.
I'm talking about Donovan Mitchell. That's what I'm talking about. I already know who James Harden is in the postseason. I'm talking about Donovan Mitchell.
Hey, what did I tell y'all in the chat, boy? Listen, there's a reason Breezo changed my nickname to Wills is Christ, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
First of all, it ain't have shit to do with Donovan Mitchell. Hey,
watch your mouth, nigga. You know what happened, bro. All I'm saying is there's a reason that
the
you
nigga got that
bro.
nickname because he was helping hype the parlay up that hit. That's the only guy.
It's all right, bro. You're a hater, bro. I know. Like,
that ain't got nothing. That ain't got shit to do with Donovan Mitchell.
Listen, haters will hate, bro. But look, Donovan Mitchell, he's a hell of a player, bro. He kind of reminds me of Lamar Jackson. And I say that because he's a hell of a player in the regular season. Now, I'm not saying he's like the best of the best, but he's a hell of a player in the regular season. And even though everything's not always his fault in the postseason, it just seems like he always loses games or series in basketball terms that he should win. Like it just seems like something always go wrong. And even though he should win, he loses. I don't necessarily know how to gauge it. I'm not saying it's always his fault, but that just seems how the shit tends to happen. Like that just to me, like that's just how I look at it.
I'm not gonna narrative wise, I agree. Only thing is niggas
just blasphemed.
On the pod, crazy.
I felt drunk all gravy. Anyway, the only thing with that, like I would agree, narrative wise, but the only thing I will push back on, pause, is Donovan Mitchell has legendary performances in the playoffs. Like he's won game one. I think he's the only player in NBA history with consecutive 30-point first games. Like it was a stat. He has performances, but as far as winning, yeah, I would agree with that. But Lamar Jackson some shit in the playoffs, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Well, hold on, bro. Breeze. Let me tell you something. You're talking about one game, though. Okay, and I understand that. But in basketball terms, you kind of got to break down the series to a game because it's unfair to judge off one game in basketball compared to one game in football.
So that's why I said narrative-wise. Narrative-wise, it's there. I agree with you 100%. It just Spider performed, but
let's be realistic, bro. Quarterback is also a position where you need the other guys to succeed as much as you. You know what I mean? It's quarterback and wide receiver are kind of like, the yin and yang.
Dependent.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So T's gonna be like, oh hell yeah, I agree. I think it was his first playoff game versus the Titans, right? Them niggas was out there bullshitting.
He had 500, right?
Yeah. I think he had 600 total yards or something crazy.
So.
And they had 455 drops, bro. Like holy smokes, them niggas was dog shit, bro. So
we can waive that one.
Right, you know what I mean? So there's times where that's what I'm saying. Even though it's not always Lamar's fault, and it's not always Donovan Mitchell's fault, it just seemed like they always tend to lose when they should win.
That's why I said narrative there. I agree.
Yeah, that. I don't understand that, bro. And they're hella talented.
I would have said Joel Embiid. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's who I thought niggas was gonna mention.
Well, he's just a super duper He's just like a super duper.
Because
He barely even play, bro. So like,
Embiid winning them MVPs, playoff come.
Injuries is more so the reason that nigga can't even play though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He barely plays, so like that's a little bit different. Like Lamar, if he's in the playoffs, he's healthy. Like Donovan Mitchell, if he's in the playoffs, he's healthy. Like
Nah, I can't even lie, bro. I feel so bad because I'll chop it up with niggas all the time. If you really look at it, like skill for skill, pound for pound, Joel Embiid might be the most gifted center of all time, bro. And his career is literally just nothing. Not nothing, because
one of them for sure. He's hella talented.
Like, bro, I have never seen I know we say Hakeem, we say all this, but the nigga got Hakeem footwork, the nigga got the 3-point shot, the mid-range, the defensive prowess. Like, bro, I think the only person more gifted is arguably Wemby, bro.
He actually a pretty good playmaker.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just
he's super talented, super talented. The cards just are not in his favor.
Bro, I think, bro, when they broke down like his injury report, the man had feet, hips, back, knee, leg, shoulder, eyeball, face, everything, bro. Everything just literally, bro. Everything, bro.
It's just one of them things, bro. It's like
Anthony Richardson.
I wish, bro, if Anthony Richardson could win the MVP for us, bro, he'll be the GOAT. Fuck Peyton Manning. I swear to God.
It's not even like Joel Embiid going out there. He getting hurt on the court anymore, bro. It's shit that's just happening out of his control now. So it's like
the nigga had to get an organ removed, bro. Just sitting on the sideline.
It's bad, boy. It's bad.
Just sitting on the sideline, you got to get an organ removed, bro. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's what I'm saying. It's like a lot like how it's honestly a lot like what Joe Burrow is right now. Like with just in terms of the injury history, just piling up. You know this dude.
Yeah, that's a good one. Super talented, but he can't stay healthy.
He healthy, bro. It's bad, though. But as far as the other series go with the Pistons and the Magic, look, man. All I'm gonna say is this, dog. I need to see the Pistons at the very least have some fight in them to push this game. I mean, not game. Push this series to 7 and just give yourself a chance to win, bro. Like I said earlier in the chat, dog. Like the Magic not even playing well, bro. They're not. They're not playing well this series, and the Pistons are down 3-1, and that's disappointing. And this is a 1 seed, bro.
Well, they're not really playing well offensively. They're playing pretty damn well defensively.
They're playing elite defensively.
No, defensively, yes, they have been playing well defensively. But in terms of just overall, like the shooting percentages, the overall ability to consistently generate an offense, both teams have not looked good, bro. And
truth.
In all honesty, dog, like I just think this is make this a series in terms of just pushing it to 7 games out and just seeing if you could take it, bro. Like that was crazy, I ain't gonna lie. But but you gotta see, you have to play your game, dog. And right now, to me, they just seem like they're uncomfortable outside of Cade, but everyone else seems to be either derailed, they're getting bombarded, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but it's just not the team a lot of people expected to see in the playoffs. But again, they're young. I said experience matters. I told y'all a couple months back before the playoffs started, I got to see it from them because I don't have that faith yet in a lot of these young talents they have on their roster. So we're gonna see. But the next let's get off into the next segments, man. We're talking about the draft. What happened?
Nigga Mike's a child.
I ain't even see it. But man, let's get off into the NFL draft, man. Hey, the draft did happen this past, I think it's been a week now, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go ahead and start it off, man. So, Breeze, I'm gonna start with you, bro. Let me know who you got for your winners and losers of this past draft.
For my winners, of course, I got the Las Vegas Raiders. Even though it was unanimous, they were going to pick Fernando Mendoza. I just think everything leading up to the draft with the draft was just chef's kiss. It was perfect, dog. Like, they rebuilt it on the fly. They got rid of Pete Carroll, got rid of Geno, brought in Kubiak, revamped the O-line, revamped the defense. Like, bro, they just I don't know what the hell type of magic was going on there, but they just made it happen, bro. And then they solidified that quarterback room with drafting Fernando Mendoza, but they got a crash dummy to go out there to make sure everything is cohesive before they put their future in there. So that's just an amazing move. Like, I swear to God, I wish my Colts would take notes.
Hold on a second. Who they got on the O line? I know they went and got Lindenbaum.
They got Lindenbaum, bro. They I'm trying to remember who they had, because they had a couple solid offensive linemen there, but the center was always like the weak spot, bro. Like straight up the middle, bro. They can have linebackers just blitzing and just rushing through. Pause. They can just have linebackers. They can just have linebackers just blitzing through and just killing Geno, bro. No Diddy. But bro, like the whole team revamping, bro, has just been like amazing to watch, bro. Like Tom Brady did his thing in ownership. Management, they went crazy, bro. My biggest loser, it has to be the Rams, bro. It has to be the Rams, because number one, I know people are saying, oh, well, the Rams are prepping for the future post Matt Stafford, but you went and got Trent McDuffie. You didn't go get Trent McDuffie for the future. You didn't. You went and got him to win right now. And you have Matt Stafford for at least maybe 1-2 years. I say if Matt Stafford don't win this year, he give it one more try. So 1-2 years maximum. Why the fuck are you taking a project quarterback right now? For what? There's no reason to at all. And you're at pick 13. I honestly thought, bro, with my thought process, I thought maybe, okay, they will get another receiver weapon. I thought maybe they would get some help at the center position, because it's been pretty ass down there. No Diddy. Or I thought they go for another linebacker, bro. I thought they, one of the three. Really, I thought they would have went for Omar.
Yeah, because they're only going linebacker is Landman. Like,
yeah, I thought they would go for like Omar Cooper, Denzel Boston. For the O-line, I thought they go Logan Jones or something, bro. No, they went and took a project quarterback, bro. And it's fucked up, because if the Rams don't win this year, bro, it's gonna be looked at as organizational malpractice, because you're in peak position.
They're so upset, boy.
Like drafting Shador over Jackson Dart.
You already know what it is, Will. But you're in peak position to put yourself in the Super Bowl. You were literally a game away from the Super Bowl last year. Literally. Like, come on, man. Like, this has to be like it's got to be one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen an organization make, bro. And if they don't make the Super Bowl, if their defense looks weak at the linebacker position, if Stafford gets hurt because pass rush gets to him, if the offense looks weak, if it look like it take a step back, bro, all this is going to come back to you took a fucking project quarterback. That's why I think they're the biggest losers, because they were close to a Super Bowl last year. They were literally a game away. They were in a shootout. Pause. And all they needed for was that one missing piece. And they took a fucking quarterback, bro. This is some stupid shit, man. You can't make this up, dog.
All right. What you got, Will?
For winners, I got the Browns, and I say that as upset as possible. So I'm a Steelers fan, but I mean, goddamn, bro, Concepcion, or however the fuck you say his name, that's Concepcion. Like, him, Denzel Boston, two good picks. You need wide receivers. You got one route runner, even though he did have some concerns about his hands. Drops and everything, but I guess they're expecting him to clear it up. His combine event went well. He didn't drop one when he ran the little catch and gauntlet, so that was pretty good. And then you got Denzel Boston, the guy who's kind of like, just a 50-50 guy, like he doesn't get a ton of separation really, but he's a big body. He'll go up and get the ball. If the quarterback throws it up in the air. So I think those are two good guys to have, two separate pieces. That way you don't always have to force feed one guy. Like, and then they went and got what was it, a tackle early. They went and got a tackle early. That was absolutely needed. They went and got what's his name? McNeil Warren, whatever that safety.
That was a steal. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, people got some concerns because of speed. I don't necessarily think speed's the end all be all, but people got some concerns because of speed. They say he's not the fastest. He doesn't grade the best in like acceleration and stuff like that. But I think that was a great pick. You know what I mean? So I just think overall, like, they really did a great job of getting the defensive and offensive positions that they needed, secured with this draft class. And for losers, I'm sorry, Mike, I got the 49ers. I literally have kind of no idea what was going on. They traded back out the first round and then got a wide receiver that probably was not. That might have been the biggest reach, I think, in this draft, to be honest. Like, I'm not even really sure what the point of that was. I mean, they're saying that he fits the system, and that's fine. Like, if he fits in the system, that's great. But I don't think you necessarily had to trade back to do that. I think you still could have made your pick, and then second round, you probably still could have got him. But they did what they did. They got a plan. I mean, I'm not an NFL GM, so I know they drafted what? I think they got a tight end. Yeah, bro. I don't really think they did anything that was really like impactful for the team.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mike, what you got, bro? Yeah, bro. I can barely hear you.
It sounds like he's trying to call the police and he's hiding from a killer in his house.
It's just crazy. But
you know the movies how they be whispering and shit.
Yeah, but Mike, go ahead, try to join back up, bro, and see if that'll help. But I'm not sure. But I'm gonna just go with my winners and losers. So my first winner, a lot like Will. I hate to say it because this is a divisional rival, but I thought the New York Jets absolutely killed it, man. I mean, the Jets 3 first-round picks. They went and took David Bailey. I wasn't as high on David Bailey as other people are, but I still do believe he's a good pick. I think David Bailey is a consistent pass rusher. I don't think he's going to be that 15-sack guy, but he does set the edge well. He plays with a lot. Well, why you look like that, Bridges? What happened?
He's a child.
This is crazy, man. But anyway, so I think David Bailey's still a pretty good pick. Kenyon Sadiq pick, I thought it was cool. I love the pick with Mark Cooper Jr. though, man. Mark Cooper Jr. for me was one of the more underrated receivers coming out this draft. He's a guy that reminds me a lot of what Rashee Rice is. Like, he's kind of a gadgety guy who's great with the ball in his hands once he's open field, receiver screens, quick slants. I think he plays to that kind of similar mode. So I was impressed with their first 3 picks, and I thought they got a bit of a value pick in D'Angelo Pons in the second round. Yes, he's a smaller corner. I think he's about 5'8", 5'9", but he is a guy that could come in and play nickel and play it damn well at the next level. I think he has a skill set and an aggressive nature to actually be a legitimate starting nickel in this league. And in today's league, you need 3 legitimate corners. You just do. The receivers are too good. And then to close out their draft, I know they took the guy, Cade Klubnik from Clemson. I mean, I'm not too high on him. But he is a guy, before this season, a lot of people thought he could potentially be a first-round pick. So there's a lot of value in that, however you want to see it. But I think the Jets did well, man. I think they drafted a lot of talent. I think they set themselves up for 2027 after this season, because next year they got 3 picks again. So they had a pretty good draft.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. 3 more picks next year. That is crazy.
Yeah, they got a lot of picks, bro.
Damn, T.
But what's up?
I remember just last year, man.
Hold on, talking about wait. Before
the Dolphins was winning the division, bro.
I never said they would win the division, but don't start talking about us, boy. You gotta start worrying about the Titans, how it's looking, gang. Don't worry about us,
brother. The Titans gonna be the Titans, brother.
Hey, man, look, Rob Saleh, Cam Ward, Carnell.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Titans
gonna be the Titans, brother.
Titans gonna be second in the division next year.
We gonna remember the Titans.
We gonna see.
Fuck out here. He's awesome.
We gonna see, bro. Hey, look, like I said, hey, you gotta worry about in division, brother. You gonna see.
I'm just saying, bro.
We gonna remember the Titans is crazy, bro. Like, all the niggas is gonna die or something.
Hey, Will, what it was last year, man? Hey, man, they gotta show me, cause
they do.
Hey, you ain't lying, bro. That's
did.
not me. They gotta show me. No daddy. Like,
bro, I'm just saying, bro. The Patriots won. Hey, cool beans. We gotta see if it works out on the field.
Nah, it's cool beans.
I said the Patriots had potential, bro. Like you talking like I said the Patriots trash. I love their off. I said that when we talked about it. I love their offseason. They made a
Nah,
lot.
nigga, you was talking that big dolphin shit, nigga.
Yeah, because I still thought them niggas was not as good as they turned out to be. They was better. I admitted to being wrong. Shit, it's cool. I ain't tripping. But
Let me look for a hat. It's too much cap going on around here, man.
niggas lying now, boy. But look, let's get off into my losers though, man. So that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But
Yo,
Arizona, man. I got Arizona as a loser, and the reason being is because I just think they reached for a lot of niggas, bro. Like Jeremiah Love. Listen, Jeremiah Love may have been the top 10 prospect in this draft. No one thought he should have went third overall, bro. Especially to the Cardinals, because to me, this is a luxury pick. Like you have a defense that's pretty much horrible across the board. Yes, they got talent. They're young in the secondary. There's some talent there, but you need something in that front seven, bro. You have nothing. Like it's like you had Arvell. You had the pick of the litter for it. You had Arvell Reese there. You excuse me. You could have got back with Caleb Downs or whatever you wanted to do on the defensive side. You could have drafted something, and they chose to go to running back after going out for Tyler Algier and pretty much have him under the belief he'll be the bell, and that's just crazy, dog. And then after that, I think they got good value in Chase Bessentize. I think that's how they say his name, the guard out of Texas A&M. I think he's pretty solid. He played a lot of snaps at Texas A&M. He plays with decent leverage, in my opinion, but he does get beat a lot when he gets overpowered because, man, y'all boys, look, but
when he gets overpowered, it's crazy.
But people tend to get leverage on him when he does go up against someone who's equivalent in size to him or stronger. So to me, that was a decent pick, but I think they got good value for him because he is.
My dog going on a rampage, man. What's going?
But bro, chill. But then the next pick I just downright didn't like, and I was confused by it was Carson Beck in the third round. Like,
Yeah, come on, dog. Like,
what?
no, the Carson Beck pick was crazy, bro. Like, who the fuck is picking Carson Beck?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, bro, you already got Jacoby Brissett and
that nigga's fucking garbage, guys.
like, you already got Gardner Minshew and Jacoby Brissett on the roster. Got two veterans.
Oh my god.
Go out and you draft Beck, who by all accounts is at best in this league a second string quarterback. So you waste the third round pick on a quarterback at best. I mean, I guess. And then
Oh my god, that nigga's trash, bro.
And then you got Caleb Proctor. They took in the fourth round game. The man was literally on everyone's draft board, and not everyone, but most people as unrestricted free agent, undrafted free agent. You draft him in the fourth round. I get it. If it's your guy, it's your guy. But that's a hell of a reach. Bro. Like that's one hell of a reach.
Yeah. Hey, bro, just think about it. What if Carson Beck? He comes and he starts. Pause. He starts for the Cardinals. He starts for the Cardinals, right? And he has the same effect on the Cardinals as he had on UM last year.
Nah, bro, come on now.
Nah, bro.
Bro, what if he win the division, bro?
They're nowhere near.
Bro, he's definitely not winning the division, bro.
They're nowhere near his time.
What would y'all say though? What would y'all say though, bro? Him and McBride turn to Brady and Gronk, bro. What would y'all say?
I apologize. That'd be some crazy.
No, apologize. What the fuck?
I would, because shit. If he go out there, he put up 4,050 touchdowns. Hey man, I apologize to him because that'd be crazy. But hey, that's not happening. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nigga ain't even gonna start. So we'll see. But I didn't like the Cardinals draft. I feel like they reached for a lot of guys. And as much as I love Jeremiah Love as a prospect, bro, but third overall pick, I don't know about that. But let's get off crazy. Let's go ahead and speak on our teams, dog. Let me know what y'all thought about y'all team's draft. So, Will, I'm gonna start with you, bro. What you thought about the Pittsburgh Steelers draft?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. At first, I was so mad, bro. Like, cause drafting 3 tackles in 4 years is just absolutely insanity, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was really ready to just, just take everybody off this earth, bro. But,
That's absolutely insane.
but Broderick, bro, he's getting better, but he's more of a progression type of tackle at this point in his career, and he got two season-ending injuries now, so. It's not necessarily looking the best for him. And also, if he does end up getting healthy and does end up being the guy they wanted, now you have a good backup depth piece. You know what I mean? And Max Haynerk or whatever the fuck his name is, Brian. I hate these niggas and their weird ass names. But that was a pretty good pick, though. Jeremy Bernard. That is a great value pick. Like, I thought he would have went a little bit earlier. I'm glad we got to trade up and get him because we needed somebody that's gonna play that third receiver role. You got two bigger bodied receivers that he's gonna learn from, and I think it does well because he's really good in space. So like when he gets the ball in the open field, he's hard to bring down 1-on-1. So I think that was a good pick. Oh, excuse me. All right. Drew Alar. Aller. Goddamn. Wasn't necessarily happy with that pick. But what I will say is McCarthy is good at helping quarterbacks become better than what they were. He helped develop Aaron Rodgers, even though Aaron Rodgers would have been probably great no matter what. I mean, he's just that talented. And he gave Dak Prescott his best year. And he also coached Favre. So, that's 3 pretty good quarterbacks that he's coached, to learn a lot from. He's seen a lot of tricks that they have, how they read defenses, yada, yada, that he can now pass down to these younger quarterbacks. So I think it was a decent pick. I wouldn't have picked them that early in the third, and maybe with the last third round pick, but whatever. I really like that guard we got, Jennings Dunker, whatever, however you say his first name. Everybody got weird names now. I don't know what's up with that.
I said, but these names killing you. You can't pronounce no name.
Nope.
Boy.
Don't ask me to say a name, bro. But I really like that pick because we needed a guard, and even though he was playing tackle, he's probably going to slide over into the left guard position and start there. No, that's not AO, you fruitcake. So he's probably going to go there and start there because he's very powerful. Please stop. And like, what's wrong with this dude? He had to take his face off the screen. But yeah, he's more of a guard than he is a tackle at the pro level, but he has experience playing. So the 4th round, we drafted a return specialist. I guess it was a little bit of a reach, but it's definitely an area of need. We don't have really any returners on our roster at all since we lost Calvin Austin to the Giants. So they said he's been the best return man the last 2 years in college. I haven't even watched his tape, so I can't verify to say whether or not I like the pick or not. And I really like that running back we got in the 7th round from Navy. His hands are pretty damn good, so I could see them trying to line him up at wide receiver more than running back because we already got 3 running backs. We just drafted one last year, so I don't see him getting cut. But he adds another depth piece for wide receiver to look at because we don't know what's going on with buddy from Michigan. I can't remember his name, Wilson. So, yeah, I thought our draft was all right. I give it like a B.
Okay. What you got, Breeze?
I had to go get the blanket real quick.
Yeah.
So check it out, man.
This is picture, bro. Like,
Nah, but hey, man, check it out, man. Thank you, Indianapolis. Thank you. You got rid of Zaire Franklin. You drafted C.J. Allen. Now, he's not the linebacker that I expected us to draft because the other 2 went first, but C.J. Allen is exactly what fits in Lou Anarumo's defense. His coverage skills are okay. He can be better, I think Lou Marino is going to do a lot of work on fixing and getting everything together, bro. As far as coverage skills go, bro. So I'm happy with the pick. Kenny Moore, I love you, dog. POP, hold it down. We trading him. So we need help on that defensive side, bro. So, we went and drafted what's this guy's name? AJ Halusi. He's very versatile as a defender. A very good safety in the box. Pause. So now our defensive back room, bro, is going to be Sauce Gardner, Javarius Ward, Cam Bynum, and AJ Halusi, which I'm very excited about, bro. I really do think that's an upgrade. I hope wherever Kenny Moore
Ain't the
goes,
nigga last name Halsey?
Halusi, Halsey, Halusi, whatever that.
Bro, the nigga had me on Google trying to say who he was talking about. I'm like, wait,
Whatever,
Halusi.
whatever that nigga name is, bro.
Halsey, dog.
These names are killing y'all.
Nigga can't read, can't do math.
Names is beating y'all ass this year.
I was not gonna lie, bro. Why do niggas got these weird ass names though? Like,
I'm
what
trying
happened
to tell
to
you,
their
bro.
These
names?
niggas from the South, bro. They from the South.
Who the hell is a Halsey? Anyway,
But
Niggas' last names ain't
Blood
pause,
stuff.
ain't Johnson no more, ain't White, ain't Black. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got these weird ass names. Like, what's wrong with these people?
anyway, bro, we addressed some offensive line issues, bro. We took a guard. Jesus, man. Jalen Farmer. I've seen the highlights and everything. I've seen the comp, the breakdown. I'm not really too fond of the pick, but you can never go wrong with drafting offensive line in the 4th round, bro, because our offensive line just died last year, bro. It was bad. We took another linebacker, Bryce. I don't know how to botcher, whatever his name is, from Oregon. He looks like
his tape actually impressed me, but
bro, he looks like another Zaire Franklin, bro, a tackling machine, bro.
But that's why it impressed me, because with Oregon linebackers, they tend to play smaller, you feel me, than what you like to see in NFL linebackers. They're sideline to sideline. Now he's a downhill kind of nigga, bro. Like, he's filling gaps. You feel me? He's taking out the not tackles, pulling guards to open up the leeway for other people to come. Let me not finish that. But he's pretty much that bell cow that you want at linebacker in terms of the guy that's going to take on those lead blocks, bro. I like his tape, bro. I do.
I mean, bro, we just got rid of a guy who was terrible in coverage and just a sideline to sideline linebacker, bro. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with having more than one linebacker, bro. But
I get it.
We need coverage linebackers, bro. Because every team that had a serviceable tight end cooked us last year. Pause. George Kittle was injured against us, bro. Like, he was injured, bro. I think he lit us up for like maybe 120, bro. And he was injured, bro.
That's one of the great stuff. You gotta.
But bro, he wasn't even fucking running routes, bro.
That's the people's tight end, brother. You gotta let that go.
Yeah. Mark got a hard on this shit. Like, calm down, bro.
But bro, like, come on, man. Like, bro, when you're having leg injuries, bro, and your back is hurting, your rib and all this, bro, and you're just cooking people like you're fully healthy, bro. Like, if that's him at 60%, at 100%, he probably would have put up 400 on us. That's how bad it looked.
60% of George Kittle was killing damn near any linebacker in the league, bro.
Like,
I'm just
saying, but not like Zaire Franklin though. Like, all jokes aside, he probably is the worst coverage linebacker I've ever seen in my entire life.
If 60% is giving 120 yards, damn, bro. If 60% is dropping 120 yards on the opposing defense, bro.
I don't disagree.
Fully healthy, the man would have went Wilt Chamberlain, bro.
Hey, nigga.
George Gums. I don't know, bro. I don't know what we're doing at this
point.
Wait,
what's his name? What the hell you just
George
said?
Gums. George G-U-M-B-S. Gums. George Gums Jr.
Oh, boy.
Out of Florida, bro. I didn't really too much look into the pick, bro, because I think we're pretty good at edge rusher, bro. Caden Curry, Mike told me that this dude was Lawrence Taylor, Aaron Donald.
You're such a bad ball stocking cap wearing ass liar. I never.
Man, he told me this dude was.
Describe prime Aaron Donald for
man, bro. He told me this dude was Aaron Donald, Lawrence Taylor, JJ Watt at 6'3", bro. That's basically what he told me, bro.
He had to get out the pod, bro.
Hey man, other than that, bro, I'm
8th
fond of. I like the draft class, bro, because we did address two serious needs, bro, in linebacker and defensive back help. So I'm very, very pleased with the draft.
So what's the grade?
I give it a B. Honestly, I give it a B.
Okay. All right. So for me, man, I'm gonna go through the Dolphins, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I like the draft, but I felt like we reached for a lot of people because I think it was talent there, man. But it's a new regime, new GM, new coach. I don't know what kind of culture they want to build, but based off their draft, it seems like to me they want to build a culture where it's like they want to get away from the finesse play and they want to kind of get back into the, you know, you feel me, hard nosed football kind of mentality. And Caden Proctor is a prime example of that because, in my personal opinion, on my draft board, personally, I thought Morgan Freeman was a better prospect than Caden Proctor. That's just me. The tackle that went to the Panthers a couple of picks after us, but Caden Proctor is a 6'6", 350. You feel me? Athletic freak of nature. So it's like I get why you take him because the upside is there. He's a guy that can get out in space, play well. I think he will end up playing right tackle, but I think he's gonna start out at guard. But you can't never go wrong when you taking, you feel me, a tackle that can play across all four positions and someone who they are pretty much banking on becoming that star-studded tackle for them, dog. Because this is a guy that a lot of people felt like was a reach. I think it was still a position of need, so I'm not too upset with the pick. Chris Johnson was probably my second favorite pick, though. I think Chris Johnson out of San Diego State, the man, each and every year he got better. He has some of the better coverage skills in terms of what the numbers tell you. But again, my only pushback on crazy. The only thing that kind of derails me is the fact that he played at San Diego State, bro. Like, you're not seeing too much NFL level kind of competition across from you weekly. So it's like, it's hard to really gauge that, like, where do you think he would stack up or, like, compete with the rest of these dudes. So it's like, the tape is good. He's an aggressive corner, comes downhill, tackles well, coverage skill is good. So I'm not mad at the pick. It's just that I want to see it actually get NFL talent. But my favorite pick of the draft that we had was Jacob Rodriguez. I thought this was a fucking steal. The dude, to me, sideline to sideline, good coverage linebacker. A guy, he missed some time. I think that's why he failed as far as he failed, because this is honestly a guy that could have went first round, in my opinion. But he's a guy who can play sideline to sideline, covers well, has a natural nose for the football. He finds the ball wherever he seems to be. And he's just someone, in my personal opinion, is going to eventually take the job from Tyrell Dodson. I think he's that good. So I like that pick a lot. Caleb Douglas and the Will Carmick, I think I say you're saying that Kakmerick pick. I thought the tight end I thought that was a hell of a reach, bro. Like, you draft a blocking tight end in what round this was? Third round, I guess. Like, but I'm not really with that one. Caleb Douglas is cool. He's a receiver who's 6'3", so he's more of a contest ball catcher. He's not someone who creates constant separation, but he is someone that you need that skill set from. They haven't had that in a long time. So I get it. But the next pick that I want to speak on, the next two actually, I want to speak on is Michael Taft, because I think Michael Taft is a safety that I think he's going to get into that role of what Kyle Hamilton kind of plays, and what's the dude who played for the Seahawks with the difficult last name, Amonwu or something like that?
Oh yeah, Amon Maru or some
A mongoose.
All right, nigga.
But I think he's going to play that kind of role, like that kind of, you feel me, revolving nickel safety kind of position, down in the box, over the top sometimes, come down and play nickel. Like, I think he's going to be in that kind of role. But the next pick that I really like too, though, is Kevin Coleman Jr. I thought this dude, 4-year starter, I thought he played well, bro, everywhere he went. He was a transfer every year, which is insane to say, but the tape isn't bad, dog. So it's like, consistently creates separation, plays well in the slot, good route runner. He's faster than what he looks. in terms of the film, and he's a good punt return specialist too. So you get good value there. So for me overall, like I said, I feel they reach for some guys based on the talent and upside versus the actual things you see on the field and on the film. So I'm gonna give it a B minus, bro. I think it was a solid draft, but I'll give it a B minus.
That's fair, bro.
So it
But
seemed like we all happy with our draft picks, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted Mike. That's why I wanted to go. But
Yeah, bro. He was devastated, bro. He was losing his mind.
that's why I wanted.
Yeah, he had to leave after he told me that we got Aaron, J.J. Watt, Donald, Lawrence Taylor, Mean Joe Green Jr.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That boy Mike described a generational player. He got took in the fifth,
Bro,
sixth.
I'm thinking, bro. Hey, what they expect, man? Just say, yeah, he good. He got work to do. Nah, man, he can instantly come in and start right away. He's gonna be the best, bro. Let the man breathe, bro. Jesus Christ, bro.
That boy Mike, boy.
There's
That boy
some streets.
15, boy. But so I know you said you had to keep 3 cut 5, bro. So what you got, bro? Unless I got
No,
something.
it's a would you rather, brother.
Oh, would you rather? Okay.
All right, man. So I'm not gonna go crazy with the names, but I got a couple people.
Is this football, basketball?
No, hell no, it ain't basketball. Nigga, fuck basketball. Nigga, we talking about football right now. Draft just happened, bro.
All right, go ahead, bro.
All right, this is a would you rather Edgerrin James. All
Okay.
right. So Edgerrin, nigga, shut the fuck.
You already know what time.
Sound intentional, man. Sound like he trying to get on the breeze skin, man.
Niggas already know what time it is, bro.
All right, would you rather?
There go Mike. Hold on.
Oh yeah, Mike.
Mike, you there?
Bro, this shit been tweaking all day, bro. What's going on? My fault, bro.
Nah, you good, bro. So we just went through our draft picks, bro. Like, what you thought about the Niners picks, bro?
Hey, man, I'm finna back it up a little bit. I'm gonna
Hey, Jesus.
Hold on, shut up. I'm
And
not
the
in the mood
camera
right now.
off too. Oh, Mike, what you got going
not
on
in the
over
mood
there,
right
man?
now. Shut the fuck up. Not in the mood right now. Got a lot of shit to get off my chest about this dumbass draft.
So you gotta back it up and you
up.
gotta get the stuff off your chest,
Shut
bro.
the fuck up. You can talk shit after I get my point across, goddammit. I ain't in the mood. All right, so
Go ahead,
go
bro.
back to the draft winners
Go
and
ahead,
losers.
bro. Go ahead.
Just to summarize, draft winners, I actually like the Steelers draft. I like all their picks. I wanted Jeremy Bernard in the second round. He was on my board. I also wanted us to get Caden McDonald. I wanted us to get the safety from Toledo. We didn't do none of that. We shit the bed. Draft losers, we're the biggest losers. And then to tie that in to this topic about our draft picks, we picked the worst nigga at every position possible on the goddamn board. There's no pause. I don't care about the no diddy. These motherfuckers literally reached, and you know I hate analytics. I'm not an analytics nigga. I like to watch the film, actually watch the game, watch the players. These jackasses, and by jackasses I mean Jed York, John Lynch, and Kyle Shanahan, as a matter of fact, because he not getting the pass either for this bullshit I had to sit through and watch for 3 days. These motherfuckers picked the 15th ranked receiver, number 33. Now, not to mention, we didn't even use our first round pick. We traded back twice. So we traded back to pick 30, then traded back again to 33. Cool, whatever. You want? They said we wanted KC Concepcion, but the Browns took him. Great, fine, whatever, bro. If that's the excuse and the lie you want to sell your grandkids, go right ahead. I ain't gonna trip on it. But then you turn around. You turn the fuck around and you draft a nigga whose last name is Stribling. That's too close to dribbling and where he's not a hooper. We're playing football. The nigga runs a 4.36, and because he's 6'2", I'm supposed to get excited because he's athletic. As if we haven't seen athletic bums in the league
Yeah.
nationwide for 100,000 years and counting. Then you turn around and I'm like, okay, cool. We fucked that pick off, but at least at pick 59, we can still get the safety I want from Toledo. You feel what I'm saying? We can still bounce back. We can redeem ourselves from that dumbass reach they just did. No. Not only did they trade the fucking pick, dog, they traded to Cleveland. And who does Cleveland take with that pick? The exact motherfucking safety I wanted. Then you get into the third round. You take a running back who got a neck and a face like a fucking pit bull, who wasn't even the starter at Indiana. We have the worst history of drafting
Oh
running
my
backs,
God,
dog.
you go crazy.
Nigga 25, bro. Nigga, 25, and you got stupid ass niggas on Twitter who from Hoosier Twitter talking about if you think the 49ers reached for Kalen Black, you didn't watch the college football playoff. Shut your bitch ass up. Don't talk to me about no goddamn 3-game playoff. What about the whole season? Buddy ass was getting tossed to and fro. I don't care how it
No.
sounds. That's what was going on. The nigga was getting knocked upside his head repeatedly. That's why he went to goddamn starter. The only pick that we had that I like, swear to God, is in the round with the guard or the guard from Washington. Washington typically produces pretty solid offensive linemen. It's not like a Iowa or a Penn State level, but they're solid. They typically last in about a decade in the league. They solid pros. So cool. And then we took the corner from Washington. Buddy, okay. He not horrible, but okay. But other than that, everything else we did in that waste of a fucking 3-day span of my life was ass, bro. Nothing about that draft was good. We needed interior linemen. You could have took Caden McDonald at 33. You didn't do it. You could have took the safety at 59. You didn't do it. And then all the other players I wanted, Jeremy Bernard goes, we pass on Bernard, you take Stribling, and then Jeremy goes in the 40s. You pass on the fucking safety. You pass on Caden. Caden goes 34, the next pick to the Texans. You pass on the safety, and I don't even know what the fuck we was doing, bro. And then you look at the analytics, and they said summarizing the draft, bro, we reached on a total of 430 total draft spots for the players that we had drafted combined that we took. 430 spots combined, bro. You thank God we got a reporter who ain't no bitch because he straight asked them niggas about it. He said, "Hey, what was the philosophy behind y'all reaching like y'all did during the draft?" This motherfucker gonna fix his face. John Lynch gonna fix his motherfucking mouth and say, "Oh, you're reaching. I don't know. It depends on who you're asking. The consensus in the building. The building was empty when you made them decisions, nigga. You're not gonna convince me that a building full of competent adults who've watched football just this past year alone, if never before in their life, told you to pick them motherfuckers you picked. There's no way, bro. There's no way. We literally took a worse player than what was available in every single fucking round. And this by far is the worst fucking draft we've ever had since I've been a fan of the Niners, bro. We've had some that didn't pan out, but at least you took the motherfucker people thought you should have took. And sometimes it just don't pan out. I can deal with that. When you intentionally pass on talent for the sake of talking about consensus fit and all this other bullshit that don't really exist, because if you can play in the NFL, you can play, you can play, you can't. You either can learn the playbook or you can't. You're either competent or you're not. All of this consensus, oh, this player fits this style. What style, bro? I'm so tired of niggas drafting receivers because they block. Oh, he's the best blocking receiver in the fucking draft. Bitch, your job is to catch. I don't want to hear Kyle Shanahan on a podium telling me a nigga's the best blocking receiver in the goddamn draft, bro. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Like, I don't want to fucking hear that, bro. His first job is to catch, my nigga. If he can't do that, I don't fucking want him. It just don't make sense. Brock Purdy was running for his fucking life last year. You take the 15th ranked receiver first. You could have took the guard from Iowa. You could have took all kind of offensive linemen that was still available that was dominant. You did. I just don't know what the fuck we're doing. And I swear to God, I hope to God I'm wrong. I hope in a year or two, y'all can be like, Mike, remember you hated that shit? And I can be like, yep, I was wrong. I really want to be wrong, but I fear that I'm not, and that's what makes me mad about these niggas. We did all of that last year with half the team on fucking IR, and all you had to do was draft competent players to add depth to what we already got. Protect Brock Purdy, add depth at positions that we need, and go ball out. You signed Mike Evans, great job. We brought Dre Greenlaw back, great job. So add to that, bruh. Instead, these niggas damn near made the team worse after the draft. And I don't know if I've ever said that shit about us as long as I've been a fan of my fucking team. I'm disgusted with these niggas. It was a disgusting draft. It was a disgusting display of incompetence. That shit was weaponized incompetence at its finest. And I just can't believe it.
So after all that, bro, what's the grade, bro?
F minus, nigga. It's a incomplete. It's a NA, my nigga. The grade, there's no grade. The S for stupid as fuck. That's what the grade is. F for fuck off. Like, I don't, whatever you can think of negative, that's what the grade is on that shit. And any stupid ass motherfucker get online talking about some, oh, they drafted the most athletic draft class. You're retarded. I don't give a fuck about the most athletic anything if you can't play, nigga. If you're stupid, you could be a hell of an athlete that can't pick up a damn playbook and learn concepts. You'll never see the field, especially with the way Kyle Shanahan act. Y'all know how the nigga is. So if you okay, you're athletic, you're a physical freak of nature, great, but you can't read a fucking defense. You can't tell it's zone and where to sit in a zone as a receiver. You're not gonna play. So it's just, I just don't know, bro. Shit was disgusting, bro. That was malpractice at its finest. That's the worst shit I ever seen, bro.
All right. So, all right. Well, go ahead, bro. Go to what you.
All right. So would you rather Edgerrin James edition? First name up, Arian Foster.
I go.
Edgerrin was good
I,
for
I
longer, better for longer. Arian Peak was crazy though.
yeah. He argue he peaked higher, but I got Edwin
Who
James.
was what for what?
Edwin James,
All right.
man. Next.
All right. Edgerrin James or Jamal Charles?
I got Jamal Charles.
I'm going Edwin James, bro.
Breeze ugly as fuck.
He's so sick in
Just
the
say
head,
some
bro.
words, you bitch ass nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Nigga doused in cold cream blankets and shit, saying ridiculous shit out loud. But with that being said, I'm gonna agree with him this time. But he being ridiculous,
Look,
bro.
nigga.
All right, man. Edgerrin James or Jamal Lewis?
You gonna have to do better than that, brother. Edwin James.
Jamal Lewis wasn't really like that. For real.
I'm about to say that's.
Edgerrin James, you could have started with Jamal Lewis.
I'm about to say that's probably the worst name, honestly.
Bro, it's not like it's a king of the hill or nothing. Like Edgerrin James or Shady.
No, I get it.
Shady,
Edwin
You said who?
James.
Shady McCoy.
Oh no, LaShawn McCoy.
Edwin James.
You gotta stop this dumb shit, bro.
Edgerrin James or Fred Taylor?
Fred Taylor, and I'll
Edwin
hit Breeze in
James.
his forehead right now. I swear to God, with a hammer if he don't stop this dumb shit.
Edwin James. Fred Taylor was
There's
nice.
nothing Edgerrin James did on the football field better than Fred Taylor. Nothing.
Fred Taylor was
Stop.
nice though. Edwin James.
Talking about was nice, nigga. Edgerrin James was nice, nigga. Stop that dumb shit, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Niggas acting like Edgerrin James, Walter Payton out here. Nigga, stop that bullshit.
Edwin James.
Fred Taylor, one of the best running backs ever, nigga. Don't do that shit, man. Cut that shit
Edwin
out,
James.
bro. The edge, that fucking beat being tight on your motherfucking head.
Look. Hey, that's it. I'm glad y'all heard it. I'm glad y'all hear when Mike get upset, the shit that come out his mouth, bro. I'm glad.
Pause yourself.
Yo.
That tight ass
glad
beanie
y'all
on your motherfucking
All
head
right.
cutting off the circulation. You saying
Nah,
anything?
y'all heard what he said, man.
I didn't say shit. Actually, I caught myself. I was gonna cuss you out.
Edgerrin James or Curtis Martin?
That's actually interesting.
They almost the same to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's. I think
I'll
I'll
pick one, nigga.
I think I'll go Edgerrin James. I'll go.
I'll go Curtis.
Smart man, T.
Nah, he's smart. He gonna be a dumbass nigga later though, but it's okay.
Look at you. Bro, go hide or something, bro. Weren't you just on Suicide Watch, bro? Go hide or something.
Nah,
bro.
I ain't never been on Suicide Watch.
Yeah.
John Lynch on Suicide Watch.
All right, got two more names. Edgerrin James or Priest Holmes?
Priest.
I got Priest Holmes.
Just shut the hell up. Don't even say nothing.
Edwin James, dog.
Finna piss me off, bro. You just doing anything, bro.
Edwin James.
All right, last name. Edgerrin James or Sean Alexander?
Sean
Alexander.
You'll pick the ball.
Probably just
You a jackass, bro. Sean Alexander. Sean Alexander, but all them other niggas is Edgerrin James. You so full of shit, boy.
Sean Alexander. That was a good one, Will. Best shit you ever came up.
That was a good one. He had a bunch of good ones. Your ass just kept saying Edgerrin James. Nigga, shut up.
Hey man, I already know. I'm like, this nigga gonna name a Colts. I'm like, this nigga Breeze gonna just pick the Colts.
Nigga sitting there in a cream quilt full of coke. Thought he was gonna say something else.
What'd you say? He's covered in Colts cream?
Covered in coke cream and shit. He didn't say nothing crazy.
You know what? Mike being a hoe, good luck. My parlay just hit.
You're welcome.
Oh man, that was crazy, boy. But hey, that was a good one, Will. Appreciate that always, man. So look, guys, we'll be live tomorrow night, man. We will go through more NBA news and NBA playoffs. So we're gonna see the winners and losers from these games tonight. We're gonna go in more detail about that. So if y'all not doing so already, y'all go ahead and hit like, subscribe on the channel, man. Hit that bell notification, be notified whenever we go live. And remember, you can follow me on my other platforms, man. I'm almost every platform of social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I'm everywhere. Just search the handle LastWord Productions, 9 out of 10 times I'm there. So before we go, man, anything else y'all boys have to say?
Pittsburgh Steelers 2026 Super Bowl champions.
Man, shut that shit up. Nah, that research though for that topic done. So tomorrow I got y'all boys, man. We got some deep dive research we gonna get into on niggas. They ain't ready for that.
Mike ain't finna do shit. Hey, we
Shut up,
appreciate y'all for
Coke
tuning in,
Creamer.
man.
We ain't
We
listening to
love
you.
y'all, man. Keep
Coffee
rocking with
Coke
us. And we gonna
Cream.
keep
We ain't
rocking with
listening to
y'all,
you.
man.
All right, y'all.
Stay away from buffets, Mike.